Chosen one, God just asked a question that should stop you cold. What is wrong with you? Because some of the opportunities you're entertaining right now are not blessings. They are distractions, and heaven is not immersed. This is important because there was a season in your past where you accepted less out of fear, exhaustion, or delay. You told yourself, maybe this is all I'll get, and you lowered your discernment just to feel movement. I'm saying this plainly. Some offers look good on the surface, sound logical, even feel urgent, but spiritually, they are off-alignment tests, not answers to prayer. God is not confused about your future, but He is questioning why you're considering doors He never opened. This message matters because what you choose next determines whether you delay your calling or step fully into it. Now listen carefully, because this is about you. If you are watching this, you are in a moment of divine realignment. God is removing counterfeit opportunities and exposing deals, relationships, and paths that would have cost you your peace, your authority, and your assignment. You are not being rejected, you are being protected. What's coming next will not require you to beg, chase, or compromise. It will come with clarity, confirmation, and peace, even if it challenges your comfort zone. God is sharpening your discernment right now, because the level you're entering cannot afford confusion. Things are about to move fast, and only what is truly from God will be able to keep up with you. Before this goes any further, make sure you're positioned. Like this video, subscribe, share it with someone who needs discernment right now, and comment 99 below. Do not scroll away. This message is confronting for a reason. If it stirred you, that's confirmation. Stay to the end, because what God is about to reveal next will change how you respond to every offer, every invitation, and every opportunity from this point forward. There are moments in life when the spiritual atmosphere becomes heavy, almost tense, as if the universe itself is leaning in closer. This is one of those moments. God's warning to the chosen one is not subtle, gentle, or easy to ignore. It is sharp, direct, and filled with urgency. It is the kind of warning that arrives when destiny is close, when a single wrong step could delay years of divine preparation. This is not about fear, it is about awareness. God is calling attention because something precious is at stake. The chosen one often walks alone, carrying responsibilities others cannot see or understand. When God speaks urgently, it is because distractions are circling, disguised as comfort, opportunity, or relief. History, faith traditions, and even modern psychology show that the most dangerous moments in a person's growth come right before a breakthrough. Athletes falter before victory, leaders doubt themselves before success, and spiritually chosen individuals face confusion just before elevation. God's warning is meant to break that pattern. This message is not meant to crush the spirit, but to awaken it. God is saying, look again, pay attention, do not drift. The urgency is love expressed through firmness. When God warns, it is because the path ahead matters deeply, and the chosen one is being protected from unseen consequences that would only reveal themselves too late. Not everything that looks good carries God's signature. Some opportunities arrive polished, perfectly timed, and emotionally comforting, yet they carry a different source. God's message is clear. Just because something feels right does not mean it is divinely sent. Many people confuse peace with permission, but true divine alignment brings clarity, not confusion. Throughout Scripture and real-life experiences, false doors often open when someone is spiritually vulnerable or emotionally exhausted. A sudden relationship that promises understanding, or a financial opportunity that seems to solve all worries overnight can appear as answers to prayers. Yet God is warning that these offers lack divine depth. They ask for immediate attachment instead of patience, quick commitment instead of discernment, and emotional surrender instead of spiritual grounding. God's voice cuts through the noise with authority. This is not from me. That statement is not rejection, it is protection. God sees the long road, the unseen traps, and the energy drain hidden beneath surface-level comfort. What God provides never steals focus from purpose. If something pulls you away from your mission, even subtly, it does not belong to your divine assignment. Relationships are powerful. They shape emotions, decisions, and even destiny. This is why God is so specific in warning the chosen one about forming new emotional bonds at this time. It is not that relationships are wrong, it is that timing is sacred. When someone is in a deep phase of spiritual refinement, emotional attachments can dilute focus and weaken spiritual sensitivity. Right now, the chosen one is undergoing inner transformation. Old beliefs are being stripped away, new awareness is forming, and spiritual authority is being strengthened. Introducing a new relationship during this phase is like trying to build a house while the foundation is still being poured. Even a well-intentioned connection can create emotional dependency, divided attention, and internal conflict. God knows that intimacy creates energetic exchange. Feelings, expectations, and emotional responsibilities begin to compete with divine instruction. This is why the warning is firm. God is not denying love. He is preserving it for the right season. What is rushed now may become a burden later. What waits will arrive with stability, clarity, and true alignment. Quick money often whispers promises it cannot keep. Sudden financial opportunities that appear without effort can feel like blessings, especially after long periods of struggle. But God's warning is clear. Not all wealth is clean, and not all abundance is safe. Some opportunities are designed to distract, entangle, or test loyalty to purpose. Many people who rise quickly without spiritual grounding fall just as fast. History is full of stories where rapid success led to moral compromise, loss of identity, or spiritual emptiness. God does not rush abundance when it risks destroying character. What God builds lasts. What temptation offers often collapses under pressure. The illusion lies in ease. If an opportunity demands that you abandon your values, shift your focus, or compromise your spiritual discipline, it carries a hidden cost. God's provision brings peace, structure, and responsibility, not chaos or urgency. When wealth is truly divine, it arrives at the moment it can be carried without becoming a burden. There are seasons when the spiritual realm is intensely active, and this is one of them. The chosen one is currently engaged in divine alignment, whether consciously or not. During such periods, God temporarily closes certain doors, not as punishment, but as protection. Relationship energies are paused because emotional entanglements would interfere with what God is building internally. Spiritual traditions across cultures recognize these sacred pauses. Monks retreat, prophets isolate, and visionaries withdraw before revelation. This is a time for inner silence, discipline, and recalibration. When the divine world is active, the soul requires space. Emotional noise, romantic expectations, and external validation can distort divine signals. God is saying, "Do not force what I have paused." When the time is right, doors will open naturally, without struggle, confusion, or doubt. Until then, solitude is not loneliness, it is preparation. What feels like restriction now is actually refinement. God is shaping the chosen one for something far greater than temporary comfort. Life at the threshold of spiritual awakening can feel like walking through a storm. The chosen one may notice their intentions wobbling, even when they sincerely try to stay focused. Confusion arises not from weakness, but from pressure. divine pressure, shifting energies, and the intensity of unseen spiritual currents that demand alignment. The mind wants clarity, the heart wants comfort, and the soul is being asked to stretch beyond its usual limits. This is why God warns about inner turmoil. It is easy to mistake pressure for failure or distraction for temptation. The confusion you feel is often a signal, not a setback. Every sacred text, mystical teaching, and prophetic account emphasizes that spiritual evolution is accompanied by tension. When your internal compass spins, it is an invitation to pause, reflect, and realign, not panic. The key is conscious control. God is asking the chosen one to anchor their intentions firmly in purpose. Self-doubt, fear of missing out, and external pressure can cloud judgment, but these are temporary storms. The more the chosen one learns to steady themselves now, the smoother the path becomes when divine favor arrives. Confusion is a test of inner strength, and discipline is the bridge that transforms pressure into power. It is natural to fear when God's voice comes with firmness, even anger. Yet this anger is not punishment, it is a wake-up call, a loving shock designed to snap the chosen one out of spiritual slumber. Imagine a parent raising a hand not to harm but to stop a child from walking into danger. God's anger is protective, urgent, and instructive. It demands attention because the stakes are extraordinarily high. This divine intensity is a reminder that spiritual complacency has consequences. When the chosen one drifts, even briefly, away from their mission, external traps become more seductive, emotional impulses grow stronger, and opportunities to align with purpose are lost. God's anger is meant to shake away distraction, to pull the soul back, to focus, and to ignite the courage needed to face trials without hesitation. The chosen one must embrace this call with reverence, not fear. Anger from God is an invitation to reclaim authority over life, decisions, and energy. It is a push to rise above confusion, to act decisively, and to reaffirm the bond with the divine. Those who respond with discipline and commitment find that God's intensity transforms into guidance, protection, and an accelerated path toward destiny. Sometimes danger wears the guise of beauty. God warns of the green trap, opportunities that appear lush, peaceful, and promising on the surface, yet conceal hidden risks that can entangle energy, intentions, and spiritual progress. This trap is seductive precisely because it feels safe. It whispers comfort, security, and fulfillment, but the moment one steps inside, it begins to drain focus and cloud discernment. The green trap is a metaphor that appears in many spiritual traditions. A bright garden may hide poisonous plants. A calm river may conceal a deadly undercurrent. Similarly, attractive offers, whether romantic, financial, or social, can mislead if they come at a moment when God has asked for focus, restraint, and patience. Entering these traps often leads to frustration, wasted energy, and delayed divine timing. Awareness is the antidote. God's warning is clear. Do not be fooled by appearances. Even if the temptation is tempting, even if it seems aligned with your desires, it may be a snare. True divine opportunities resonate with peace, alignment, and purpose, not distraction, urgency, or hidden compromise. Discernment, patience, and prayer are the tools that protect the chosen one from the alluring but deceptive green trap. Every choice carries energy, but some choices carry traps that subtly shift the trajectory of destiny. When the chosen one steps into a green trap, the consequences are not always immediately visible. Spiritual momentum slows, inner clarity diminishes, and precious energy that could have fueled divine mission is spent on distractions. God's timing is delicate, and even a small misalignment can create ripples that delay the manifestation of blessings. History and modern psychology both reveal the cost of misaligned decisions. Many gifted individuals have lost years pursuing seemingly perfect opportunities or relationships that appeared aligned but were out of timing. Energy invested in premature or misdirected ventures cannot be recovered. It must be rebuilt. God wants the chosen one to recognize that the true path is not about avoiding temptation entirely. It is about navigating with wisdom, patience, and spiritual sensitivity. Entering this trap is more than a minor misstep. It is a redirection that postpones the soul's elevation. God warns not to incite fear, but to instill clarity. Divine abundance, rightful relationships, and mission fulfillment all arrive in perfect timing. Those who respect this timing, even when impatient, experience accelerated growth and receive rewards that cannot be earned through shortcuts or distractions. Action rooted in compassion is the first step toward realignment. God instructs the chosen one to extend help to the poor, not as a transaction, but as a sacred offering. When energy and resources are invested in uplifting those in need, a spiritual shift occurs. The soul becomes grounded, divine favor is attracted, and blocked channels begin to open. This is not symbolic, it is transformative. Helping the poor in God's name connects intention with action. It is a demonstration that the chosen one's heart is aligned with divine purpose. Many spiritual leaders, saints, and mystics have shown that acts of service awaken latent blessings. Even small gestures, feeding a hungry child, donating essential supplies, or offering mentorship, send ripples of light through the world and return amplified guidance, protection, and clarity to the giver. The deeper meaning is profound. Service clears inner confusion, releases energy trapped in fear or distraction, and signals readiness for higher blessings. By lifting others without expectation, the chosen one proves devotion not in words, but in visible action. God observes this commitment and begins to restore alignment, preparing the soul for the abundance, clarity, and purpose that lies ahead. Divine alignment often starts close to home. God urges the chosen one to actively help neighbors, not for recognition, but as a living demonstration of love and responsibility. Spiritual growth is not only about prayer or meditation, it is about applying compassion in tangible ways. Assisting someone nearby strengthens the soul, fosters community energy, and subtly rebalances karmic energies in your favor. Acts of neighborly kindness come in many forms: listening to someone in distress, offering guidance, helping with practical needs, or simply being present with empathy. When the chosen one engages in this service, they create a ripple effect. Energy flows outward, touching lives, and returns multiplied, creating channels for divine blessings that were previously blocked. Service transforms not only the recipient, but the giver's heart. This step is also a test of sincerity. God watches intentions closely. Helping the neighbor becomes a spiritual mirror, reflecting the chosen one's alignment with divine purpose. Genuine action, grounded in love rather than obligation or showmanship, invites a surge of spiritual energy that strengthens focus, clears confusion, and prepares the path for upcoming abundance. Words carry power, and the chosen one is called to share divine wisdom. God's messages are not meant to be kept in silence. They are living seeds that can awaken hearts and transform communities. By speaking, teaching, or sharing these truths, the chosen one channels energy into purpose, multiplying both spiritual and material blessings in ways that cannot be measured immediately. Sharing God's message is not limited to public preaching. It can be simple: guiding a friend through challenges, inspiring a co-worker to act ethically, or encouraging someone to find spiritual grounding. Each act of sharing is a spark that ignites consciousness. History is filled with stories of individuals whose small, sincere teachings rippled into massive transformations across generations. The beauty of this action lies in its reciprocity. As the chosen one spreads God's wisdom, they strengthen their own clarity, intuition, and spiritual resilience. Doors that once seemed closed begin to open. Confusion diminishes. Abundance, protection, and alignment follow naturally when one becomes a vessel for divine guidance. True spiritual progress often requires collective effort. God emphasizes that sacrifices, whether of time, energy, or material resources, performed in service to others, create openings in life's blocked paths. When the chosen one aligns personal action with divine purpose, it resonates on a universal level, creating opportunities that are otherwise invisible or inaccessible. Sacrifice does not mean deprivation. It is the deliberate choice to prioritize spiritual growth over temporary comfort. Fasting, giving, volunteering, or dedicating focus to divine work shifts personal and environmental energy. The universe responds to intention backed by action. Doors that were previously closed, financial, relational, and spiritual, begin to respond as if the cosmos itself acknowledges readiness. Collective effort amplifies this effect. Working with others who share divine vision compounds the energy, generating momentum that alone could not be achieved. God's message is clear. Alignment is active, not passive. By choosing sacrifice and purposeful collaboration, the chosen one accelerates destiny, attracts blessings, and prepares for the abundance that God is ready to release. Protection is not only physical, it is spiritual, emotional, and energetic. God instructs the chosen one to adopt 3 critical measures immediately: cancel questionable deals, pause new relationships, and secure oneself spiritually and physically. Each measure serves as a shield, guarding energy, focus, and purpose against traps, illusions, and distractions. Canceling deals and delaying commitments ensures that no external force hijacks the chosen one's mission. Timing is divine. Premature action can waste resources, create unnecessary entanglements, and misalign destiny. Similarly, pausing new relationships preserves clarity, allowing energy to remain devoted to divine tasks. Spiritual and physical security provides a protective layer, ensuring that the chosen one is not vulnerable to manipulation, deception, or energetic theft. These measures are proactive, not fearful. They demonstrate discipline, awareness, and readiness to engage with God's plan. By following this guidance, the chosen one maintains authority over their journey, preserves alignment, and creates an environment where blessings can flow safely. Preparation is as essential as action. It safeguards progress and ensures divine timing is honored. All the guidance, warnings, and actions converge on a single truth: the chosen one is meant to rise. Abundance, spiritual, emotional, and material, is not a distant dream. It is prepared and waiting. God is ready to release blessings, but the timing depends on readiness, discipline, and alignment. The message is clear: rise now, prepare now, and claim what is divinely destined. Rising requires focus, courage, and trust. It means resisting distraction, staying aligned with divine guidance, and acting with intention. Like a seed breaking through soil, growth is sometimes difficult, but it is inevitable when the foundation is nurtured. Every act of service, every decision of restraint, every moment of spiritual alignment adds to this unstoppable upward momentum. The ultimate promise is certainty. God cannot withhold abundance any longer. The universe is prepared to respond to alignment with full force. The chosen one is called not just to witness transformation, but to embody it, to step fully into their role, and to live a life marked by purpose, clarity, and divine favor. The path is illuminated. The moment to rise is now. Thank you for watching. Your journey toward purpose and spiritual alignment is precious, and every step you take matters. If this message resonated with you, explore our other videos to gain more insights, wisdom, and guidance that can transform your life. Stay inspired, stay focused, and remember, your divine mission is unfolding, and the best is yet to come.